Fall anime of 2021 is turning out to be something so special and spectacular that I am being blown away at every single corner. Besides Komi Can't Communicate, which I'm going to talk about, like in fall anime so far, it's been amazing. Earlier in the morning today, we had the pleasure of watching the world's greatest assassin gets reincarnated, and that was just spectacular, and it blew me away. Yesterday, or whenever you watch this, recently, we watched Tacked Off Destiny, which was a anime about aliens that attack that are weak against music, and music's gonna save the world, that people have powers, and it blew me away. Now we have Komi Can't Communicate, and it is taking up that really awesome comedy, romance, slice of life, just genre and that space in fall. I have action, I have isekai, I have slice of life, I have now comedy, and now romance. And I just feel like fall anime in total is just really filling out. With Komi Can't Communicate specifically, like, again, I was blown away. This is genuinely really freaking funny. And I love how they set the tone here in episode number 1. Not only did they set kind of like the comedic bar or like the comedic tone for what's to come, they kind of set it up with like pacing, introductions, intros to kind of what we can expect between the two characters, between Komi and between Tadano. So I'll explain. The episode was kind of split up into 3 chunks. You get your opening chunk, which has no OP, and you get your intro to Tadano and to Komi. Then you get the OP. Amazing freaking OP. It's gorgeous. Amazing song. Go listen to it. Just go search Komi Can't Communicate OP. It is amazing. It also has amazing art, like dope art that sets up like what we can expect again from the season. Then it says, okay, here's episode number 1. And it shows us, okay, Tadano communicating with Komi, or trying to get her to communicate. And then we end the episode with the ED. ED's pretty good. Oh, the OP, amazing. ED's pretty good. And then we get a little piece at the end of the episode, which answers one of the questions I had at the beginning. So the whole premise of this is you have 2 students who are going to this preparatory school. And this preparatory school is a very hard school to be able to get into. And our boy Tadano is even surprised at himself that he was able to even get into this school. Period. The end. Then he feasts his eyes on the beauty, probably the most beautiful girl in the school. I mean, like, she makes the jaw drop on everybody, including the teachers. Like, everybody is, like, in awe with this girl. And she kind of sets the stage for herself, as she has kind of had these moments throughout episode 1 where she can't communicate. But what she ends up doing is the teacher asks for introductions, and everyone introduces herself. When it gets to her, she can't get the words out. So she gets not angry, but she doesn't know how to react. So she just beelines it for the front of the class. She writes her name on the chalkboard and walks away. And everybody's just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe she just did that. But she couldn't verbally, she can't get out the word. So she did that because it was like a defense mechanism. Nobody realizes that. Then all the students approach her, and she just kind of like has a straight face, just like, you know, like, and they're just like, oh my God, she's just so beyond us. We can't comprehend her. Then one of the questions that I had during this whole time, because we know she can't get the words out. She can't, the words that she wants to say, they won't leave her lips. So one of the questions I had at the beginning and during this whole time was like, how has she made it this far? She's in high school. How has she made it this far as a student? She's never had friends and stuff, right? She's never been able to communicate. How has she made it this far? Because in school, there's moments that you've had ever since like grade school. That's like the teacher's like, okay, Lucy, Brian, whatever, it's your turn to read. And then, like, okay, read the paragraph, Lucy. And then Lucy speaks. So I was like, how the hell has she gotten this far? Well, at the end of the episode, we got a insight into that. That exact scene that I had willed into existence, at least I felt. I willed it into existence. The teacher asked her, like, okay, Komi, read this paragraph. And she says nothing. She can't get out of words. Like, she's just straight faced. And the teacher's like, oh my God, I get it. That's it. That's the stuff, class. That's it. That's Komi. Why even read? Why bother reading? And he like makes it this like this thing that it isn't. And even Tadano's like, yo, what? What the hell? And that, in a nutshell, kind of gives us insight onto like how she has made it through her school life, is not doing, but being misunderstood. Take a step back. Earlier in the episode, she begins to open up to Tadano because he gets knocked out with the crowd of people trying to talk to her, and he gets elbowed back of the head, bah, bah, in the back of the head. He just gets knocked out, and he wakes up, and she's there playing with like a little kitty cat. She's like, this is not a cat. This is a dog. Let's just say this is a cat. And she was like, yeah, yeah. And he's like, yo, did you just say yeah? And she's like, I'm out of here. She's like, I can't even right now. And through some dialogue that he attempts to have with her, he was like, hey, do you just have trouble communicating? And he hits the nail on the head. And they share a really cool moment with each other. Like, she puts on the chalkboard, what all the problems that she's had up until now with not being able to have friends and wanting to and never been able to like always be the odd man out. And she pours her heart out on that chalkboard. She eventually apologizes to him and is getting ready to leave, and he pulls out the Stone Cold Stunner, and he writes down on the chalkboard, instead of verbally talking, because he knows she has problems with that. He writes down on the chalkboard, the weather today is pretty nice, isn't it? And then they begin to it blasts off from there in one of the most, not touching, but like thought-provoking and scene-setting scenes of the season so far. And they like have like this exponential conversation on the chalkboard, and they share at this point like part of their lives with each other. And ultimately that conversation ends with what does she want to do? She wants to get 100 friends. And he was like, well, I'm your friend now. I'll help you get 99 more. And she blushes and he blushes, and that's a moment. After that, I was like, that's dope. After that, they begin to have more dialogue with each other, and he begins to try and, yank out some communication from her, but he realizes it's going to be a challenge. And then the narrator of the anime does one of the coolest things ever. They pull back everything that's happened. They rewind everything. And then they say, hey, by the way, did you guys as the viewers catch that this is a prep school? This is a special prep school for those with unique abilities, the eccentric, the artists, the people in drama, the people with that are actors, singers, artists, you name it. People with special abilities are here. Tadano doesn't quite fit that bill. What's going to happen? She can't speak. She has to try and make 100 friends with people who are eccentrics. Good luck. And I was like, oh my God, no, they didn't. I just felt that just set the tone for what's to come. We know they're going to have some successes because of the OP. OP is always kind of giving away. But I was like, oh my God, like that is such a cool freaking moment. And I legit was like, okay, this is damn good. So not only did we get a ton of laughs, not only did we get like emotions from like this, she hasn't been able to make friends. She had an emotional moment that got ripped away because we thought she was crying. She had the hiccups. And then the narrator comes in and is like, hey, did you notice as the viewer? Did you guys notice this? And it was like, holy crap. This blew me away. Another anime that just blew me away. And I'm like, so excited that this is coming to Netflix so this can reach a huge audience. And I hope that you guys share this out with friends. Like, not only share my review, our thoughts, let's talk about it in the comments, but share this anime. Tell other people, like, hey, do you like a romance? Do you like slice of life? Do you like comedy? Do you like to laugh? Do you like anime? Go watch this, because it's going to be really awesome. Overall, those are all my thoughts. I think this was dope. I think it was kick-ass, and I really, really love it. I'm excited for episode number 2. Leave me some love in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Let me know if you guys are on the same page or if you hated it. Let me know all that in the comments below. I hope you didn't miss our reaction. If you guys want to see how I actually reacted to the episode, go click right here. That's right there. And if you want to see what other fall anime I'm watching, like what are you watching, Dom? go click right here. That's the video there. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, friends.